Hey Ken, welcome to your feedback and fun homework focus video. Today there's so many messages overflowing, so I've been called to to give reminders of the need for us to be very gentle, very deliberate, very mindful, very sensual and devotional in our movement through the day. Sensual as in feeling and tuning into the senses and putting out feelers and antenna for everything and feeling our way through everything. Like that has been loud this morning. So just reminding you to pause the video and exhale, hold, inhale, hold, get your compassion hand, connect with your center, and listen deeply to the notes that I'm about to read off to you, knowing that these notes are from our secret space, me in my Xylo space, taking note of all the beautiful details that the body yielded for us in our session, remembering that kin are protectors of energy, guardians and amplifiers and appreciators of current currency, current kinetic energy. And from that kinetic energy, that is how we boost our potential energy. So just giving thanks to ourselves for how far we've really come in being able to maintain a specific kinetic energy and a specific point of awareness that we are kin and that we are connected. Okay, and as usual, I will be reading off my notes. I will make points of anything that I feel that I would call things we need to pay attention to, which is the general notes, things that we want to really grasp out and appreciate, and things that we want to amplify, like really make an actual ritual of celebration for. Very important things. So, okay, so when we began and we did our today ritual, clearing the space, extinguishing the fire, and then reigniting an intention to enter the sacred dialogue space. As soon as we came out of that, I asked you, as usual, your intention for today. And first you started off saying, that you were excited in general from the last time that you had such a good session and you felt like you were pretty excited to come to session. But then you were also going through a lot with all of everything that has been going on in general globally and personal things as well, and you kept checking in with your wheel a lot, and that you woke up realizing that crap, you hadn't done the hadn't done the homework. And so I really appreciated here, this is a point of appreciation, I really appreciated observing you like go through the dynamic of explaining that to me, that yes, you had that moment of crap, but then you realize that the homework is always a rolling over homework. It's fun homework. You only need to do it when you are in a gentle to self space, inspired action space. And so then you decided you wouldn't do it. And then something did come to you, so you answered it a little bit. And I just really want to amplify that dynamic of the way the mind and the emotions work and how we allow ourselves, and the potential of us to allow ourselves, the potential that we can really realize when we allow ourselves to take our time with ourselves, to be gentle with ourselves in that way. Then you realize that going deeper, that it must be something that you were good at. It would have to be something that you were good at and something that would make you happy, that was your definition, in true flow. And then I did make the note to bring to your attention, not necessarily, and we processed that, and you accepted it on some levels of the fact that there are many things that are that make us happy, but those things that we are good at that make us happy are also very pioneering and revolutionary things about us, and that might also make us unhappy because it's difficult to digest in the contextual spaces we are navigating, people that we have around us may not understand it. So something that you are very good at that makes you happy may also make you unhappy in a paradoxical way, and still being able to give thanks to the creative genius in that way, because that's where that homework question was coming from, giving the creative genius that time with itself to realize what is it you really, that really brings you joy. From that space, you realize that it was taking photos and photography in general, and then we processed, all of that as far as the reasons why you stopped. Then you went back into saying that all week you kind of just felt ungrounded. Still, you asked your son to bring you your camera, and you noted that there was no real reason why you had stopped. You just stopped, and we processed that. So reminding you that nothing is rhetorical, so there is always a reason, even if you come back and realize that it is just, as in justice, it is just that you stopped. Stopping was just. You accepted that part, and just always remembering that the purpose of me facilitating the conversation of the sacred dialogue when we have the sessions is for you to just always check. We just want to always be thorough. It's always fine if when I check you disagree or you realize it's not an issue, fine, but we always want to be our own litmus test. We always want to allow our being, our feeling, our gut brain, gut heart to tell us how we really feel about something, and show it that we're always listening. So where did we go? Yeah, and then I asked you, okay, well, all of that processing was very beautiful and powerful, and I would have asked you for updates and homework as well, but keeping on focus, I still needed you to articulate an intention for the day, and showed you how being in flow is important, because you ended up answering things I would have asked you after. You answered them first, and it's all good, but we still need to appreciate the dynamic of our specificity, that we still deserve to be clear. And incidentally, that was what your intention was for today, to find clarity. So going back to the intention, and upon reflection of the session, definitely I would add as fun homework, what was clear to you coming out of session, now that you have had some time after the session. What did you come out of the session clear on? That would be like a fun homework option to celebrate the space where we met the intention. To what extent did we meet the intention yesterday? Be very clear on that.